We can do it one more time. We can do a different one. Hey, yo, what's it going? It's Greg and Don back again. Stealing shit and putting them in boxcars. We're gonna drive through the highway. Gonna drive through traffic. Gonna drive into your heart. Here we come, vroom, vroom, bitch. Here we come, vroom, vroom. Here we come with a subpoena. Here we come now. Here we come with an assault charge. We're in trouble. We need a lawyer. We need a case. We need some help.
Yes, we do. But that's what we're all here for, I think, and that's why we meet in this boxcar every week.
Every single week. A nice, warm boxcar today.
Yeah, it's nice and cushiony.
I like this one that you picked up, Don.
Yeah, thank you.
It's got fuzzy shag carpeting all over it.
I thought it might be good for sound. Plus, it was the only thing available in the stretch of alley that I was staying this week. There was a lot of it, so it was plentiful. But you can see some of the shag strands are kind of sticking in weird directions. It's clearly got some stains worked in there. Looks like
it's fine. There's plenty of maggots to snack on.
Totally. And this isn't house hunting. This isn't interior decorating.
It's boxcar hunting.
Exactly.
There's a big difference.
We are boxcar buddies, and only is anything that we can do to improve our little interior boxcars here for the time that we're spending together in it. I'm going to take that upon myself to do it.
Good for you, Don.
Yeah.
This is why I appreciate your friendship.
Thank you. I appreciate yours too, Greg.
As we keep each other warm.
Yeah. You're really good at that, by the way.
Autumn weather.
Yes, and thank you for that, because I'm sure I would have died a few years ago if we weren't meeting up regularly.
I would have died of loneliness.
I'm certain of that.
And a broken heart.
So here we are again. This is week 3 now. This is our third time together meeting up in different boxcars. We have to keep the fuzz off our tails, so it's always a different boxcar.
And what way to keep the fuzz off you than the fuzzy walls?
Exactly. Am I right?
Woo!
Take a second outside. Think about what you just said there. Okay. Anyway, I'll tell everybody where I got the boxcar while you do think about that. I went down to the Georgia border with Florida, and there's a lot flying around down there right now. There's some storms moving through. I guess I see a lot of colored wind moving on like CNN footage.
The hurricane?
Yeah, I am, but just give it another minute. I went down to the border, and there's some, there's houses, there's trees, there's all kinds of stuff, just being blown around.
Has it been a minute?
We're almost there. We're almost there. And then so I just.
Now!
Yeah, all right, fine. Come back in. Just come on back in. I was just mentioning that it was down at that southern part of the U.S. With all the weather that I picked up this boxcar. I found it outside of a collapsed donut shop. All the boxes of donuts I found were empty. Except for this one, right here.
My God! Look, there's glazing on the box!
Yeah, see? I figured you'd like that.
I can lick this for hours.
Yeah, it's all yours, buddy. Now it's all yours. So I picked that up here. I threw a rope over my shoulder, and I dragged the thing back. Just got back a few days ago. Took me...
is that what that burn mark is across your neck?
Yeah, I strapped it to the neck. After a while, both my shoulders got tired, so I just figured I'd wrap it around the neck, lean forward, and walk. Just trudge on through.
Fair enough. I had a cousin who did that once.
Yeah?
Yeah, he choked to death.
Oh. Yeah, that was definitely a risk. My airflow was cut off.
He said it was a thrill though when he would do it.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was it was great, especially when I got like random boners when I was like walking the trail, and I get close to I got close to finishing just for whatever reason, like getting amped up about the physical activity that I was doing.
He told me he would usually JO when he started hanging himself.
Yeah. Once you get that blood rush, an unintentional boner, and it's the middle of the night and you're walking through Missouri, I was like, sure, I'll finish it off. And then I've got the rope around my neck, and now I can't go back to just regular masturbating either.
Wow.
So yeah,
A whole new subsection of JO.
yeah, which is cool. We can talk about that some other time in some detail.
Another
but,
review at another later date. We have something else to talk about today.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. And so I noticed that you've been pretty excited, sort of chomping at the bit here to talk about this content that you've come across. What have you been absorbing this week, Greg?
So remember that family that I found in Evanston that was just like sleeping around most of the time?
Yes, I do.
And they just left their windows open?
Uh-huh.
So I went back to their place, and apparently they're in Morocco.
Oh.
I don't know why anyone would want to go to a store called Morocco.
I always thought that was an ice cream flavor.
I thought so, too. Sort of like a coffee type thing. But no, they're away somewhere. They've been gone for like a week.
Okay.
So I've kind of just
Squatted
taken it upon myself and squatted for a little bit.
That's great.
Nice and warm.
Good for you.
They're out of food, though.
Oh, you went through it?
Yeah, I kind of went through it within like the first 3 hours.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of rushed right through. Here's the thing, though. A lot of it was going to expire by September 8th.
Sure, so you did him a favor.
I have to do this.
Yeah.
If I don't do it,
Sort of how you're paying them back for staying at their house while they're in Morocco.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Absolutely.
But I hijacked their home entertainment system, and I realized that there's a new season of Bojack Horseman.
Get the fuck out of here.
It just suddenly came out.
Wow. Gotta love Netflix for that, man.
I know. Netflix is really fun about that.
Yeah, they just
kind of like, hey, guess what? Bam.
New content.
New content.
You love it. You were waiting for this.
You thought that you were done with that Ozarks? You thought you were done with Kathy Bates?
There's more.
Here comes Will Arnett as a horse.
Exactly. And we didn't talk about it 3 months ago and just get you amped and make you wait. We just popped out with it right fucking now.
It came right out of the womb.
Onto your
right in that
face.
horsey womb.
Into your ears.
Into my entertainment eyes.
Yeah. So, what'd you think?
The new season of Bojack Horseman.
This is season
4.
Season 4.
Of the hit Netflix show about Will Arnett as a part man, part horse man.
Right.
Named Bojack. And it's a show about depression.
Yes,
for
it
those
is.
who have never watched it. It's an adult animated cartoon thing.
Yeah, one of those.
One of them thingies. And the pool for the show is that it does the comedy, so when the drama and the dark shit happens, it's really powerful.
Yeah, they do depression very well, and as you said, for folks that haven't seen it, it's sort of about Bojack is a former star, right? He was a one-time big actor on a sitcom, and now he's kind of past that point, and he's struggling to deal with his life as it is now.
Yeah, and I won't give any spoilers because I'm not sure if anybody has seen any of the previous seasons of Bojack, but it's essentially continuing the theme of depression in the Hollywood or the Hollywood lifestyle that himself and the other 4 main characters live in. And it continues in this, but it seems to be more of progression for Bojack's character and degression for a majority of the other characters.
Oh, interesting.
It's very interesting. The main theme for season 4 seems to be motherhood.
Okay.
Which is a point in the show that, Bojack has...
Forgive me.
It's all right. We all get things in our throat, Don.
Yeah, I didn't mean to this time, but...
It's pretty fuzzy in here.
Yeah, there's fucking shag just blowing all over the place.
You got a little mustache.
Oh, jeez. Did it look good?
Oh, you've been growing it for what now? 5-6 years?
Yeah. Is it coming in? Is it starting to really come in?
You know what? It's actually starting to form something.
Yes. This is great news.
So you can finally get rid of that baby face. You'll look like a man. A man's man.
That'll be really great. Plus, I can finally collect that $1 from One-Eyed Bill, who's been betting me that I wouldn't be able to get any hair growing because I told him about the accident with my upper lip so many years ago, which has rendered me completely impotent in the hair growing area. But anyway, totally unimportant.
Totally unimportant.
Bojack, motherhood.
Yes, motherhood, Bojack. It continues immediately off of where season 3 left off, and it's still just a phenomenal show. It's so good. The show has been taking artistic risks too, in terms of changing the style of the animation at times too. I will say that for this season, my very favorite episode is episode 6, where it's just called, I think it's just called Piece of Shit. You're a piece of shit.
Nice.
And it really goes, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but majority of the episode is in Bojack's head.
Interesting.
And it shows off a lot of how depressed people think about themselves, where he's constantly insulting himself. And he goes through, like, weird scenarios and, like, paranoia in his head about people that he loves talking shit about him. And it causes him to shut down. And immediately when it starts getting into these phases, the animation style is completely different.
Nice. A visual cue of, like, the different thought process and sort of that you're in a different area.
And you would never think that about going into the show because, I mean, let's be fair, for most people who thought about getting into Bojack can't get past, like, the first half of season 1.
Yeah.
The first half of season 1 is not great.
Yeah, it's a little hard, but you realize if you do push through that it's because they're planting seeds for characters which bear fruit later on, and it is good, but they have to set up some context because they do keep plot lines continuous.
They want you to understand the world.
Right.
They want you to understand the fact that Bojack is named Bojack Horseman, and then all the other animal characters have animal names, human characters have human names, whereas his name seems to be a weird mix of both, and that's to show his inability to accept himself. And there's so much great philosophy and so much great character study put into the show, and I love the fact that because it's so dark and it chooses to go there, it chooses to attack subject matters that are really, really powerful. Like dementia plays a really big factor in this season too. Wow. I adore this show. I want to say it's probably one of my favorites of the 2010s.
Yeah, I would agree. And I remember you were one of the people that convinced me to give it a chance because I was one of those who fell off after the first few episodes. Yeah. But I'm very glad that I came back with it. You're mentioning now of like the different animation styles makes me think of a sort of risk they took last season. If you'll recall, in season 3 of BoJack, there's an episode in there which is like entirely underwater.
It's silent. Yes.
And it's silent, which you think about that, it's an animated show. So the voice acting and like it's a lot of audio entertainment, and the animation just takes forefront. And
considering that the entire cast is all-star comedians and actors.
Absolutely. You've got Paul F. Tompkins, you've got Amy Sedaris, you've got Alison Brie in there, you've got and Patton Oswalt is all the side characters.
Oh, yeah. And then a slew of celebrity guest voices that kind of end up just playing themselves, too.
Right. Phoebe from Friends, whose name I'm totally blanking on right.
Lisa Kudrow. Bojack's girlfriend from season 2.
Yes, yeah. So you get some cameos in there, which are real good, as you said. But I just think bringing up the risk and the different animation style of this one, I was so floored watching that underwater episode last season because I just thought to myself how risky that would have been as the show, as the producers to be like, we're going to do an animated show that's 22 minutes long like is typical, but we're going to have like 2 or 3 lines of dialogue in that entire time. They're all the other gags in that episode are all visual.
Yep.
So it's definitely a risk that they took, but I enjoyed that very much, and it's cool to see that they're pushing that even further.
Yeah, I'm very happy where the show is going, especially because, I had that whole week to myself in that house, and I kind of just blazed through it. Cool. I think I went through it within like 4 or 5 hours.
Nice.
And then I started watching it again.
Really?
I have a problem.
It was that good, though, huh?
Well, I wanted to go back and be like, are there jokes that I missed? Because I watched it the first time through, and I was like, I didn't think that was too funny because I was too focused on like the drama bits.
Right.
But then after I knew the story beats and what was happening, I was like, whoa, okay, there's some great liners in this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any away because this season is incredible. I still think my all-time favorite season is season 2, just because season 2 had some real good bombs, some real good like dramatic moments. It had some really funny dialogue. But I adore the show.
Yeah.
I love where it's going.
Yeah, me too.
It doesn't seem to be losing track on what it is.
Definitely one of the Netflix originals that is worth your time,
Absolutely.
without question.
So, Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie boy, Tell me what your fuzzy self has been up to.
Well, I will tell you, just to flip the script a little bit here, continuing with, since you hit the Netflix show, I'll tell you, not a new game, but I revisited an old favorite of mine on the Xbox.
Whoa.
Fallout 4.
My goodness.
But it's specifically the expansion, the final DLC that they released, Nuka World, that I played through for the first time.
Now explain Nuka World to me. Like, is this some kind of like land made out of bombs?
It's if you think about DLC, in little,
I think colored guns and jump.
Right. It's much more than that, right? There are some DLC packs that come out giving you like new monsters or a new suit of power armor or new guns or whatever. This is not one of those.
$500 to get $3,000 in currency, in-game currency.
Exactly. This is not one of those. This is the good kind of DLC, which is meaning that it's a new land part. It's a huge. It's like it's something like 4 gigs or 5 gigs of space to itself. And that's because it's an entirely new area. There are new monsters. There's a whole new quest line. There's new sidekick. The whole works. So it adds, if you think about a game and playing in percentage of content-wise, I'd say it gives you an extra like 5 to 10% of the whole of Fallout's content. It gives you, I guess I'll stick with hours, let's say. It gives you another like 20 to 30 hours of gameplay in terms of stories and quests to go complete. But I think the most worthwhile part of it, the thing about it that makes it really enjoyable, is that, you can play Fallout or any of these Bethesda games in different ways. You can be a good guy, you can be sort of neutral, you can go back and forth, or you can be like totally evil if you want to.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, and you can choose different dialogue options to support all those choices. You can play in such a way. All 4 of those. But with Nuka World, it's this collapsed theme park on the west side of the map of the regular Commonwealth of Fallout. And to get there, you take this, train, and you have to, once you arrive in the theme park, you're greeted by this little animatronic thing, which it has been hacked.
Is it a giant Mickey Mouse soda?
It's just a giant soda bottle with like big Mickey Mouse hands.
Can
I suppose.
Drink from his penis?
I suppose if you get close enough to him, probably.
If you just pick him up over your head and you just go chug, chug.
I think he's got it.
At the same time, so you're not only getting a soda, but he's getting a beach.
Yeah, and then so it's like you guys are helping each other. Yeah, that's the wasteland, mentality. You got to help each other out.
Yeah. Unless you're a super mutant, because that's radioactive.
Totally, and they only help themselves. They don't really help other people.
Says you.
Most of the
for
mutants
not
don't.
Playing New Vegas.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't played New Vegas, so I really don't know about super mutants and that. Yeah, I should. I'd like to.
Real good one. That's my favorite one.
I'm tempted to do so now after just completing Nuka World. The thing, and just to finish up my point, the main thing about it that I liked was the fact that you can revisit the once you finish the main storyline of Nuka World, you can set up new settlements in the Commonwealth, or you can change existing settlements that you already set up in the main storyline, except that all your settlers are now raiders from the Nuka World. So it's like you could spend the whole game of Fallout with the Institute, with the Brotherhood, with the Railroad. You can do everything as like a good guy, make a ton of settlements, and make everybody happy with you. And then you finish Nuka World, and you're basically this raider king. They call you the overboss. And when you're done, these 3 raider tribes like answer to you, and you choose one of those tribes to go accomplish missions in the Commonwealth. And you can either get supplies for your existing settlements. You can kind of do it, different ways.
So it's kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but now with the Nuka World, and also you're the king of the bandits.
Yes, and you can send little tribes of bandits out into the Commonwealth away from Nuka World.
That's great.
To take over settlements.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden it's like you don't have useless piece of shit settlers that are just wandering around looking for you to tell them what to do and grow fruit and like sit there or whatever. But you can have raiders who you can have them go kill other things too. You can have them set up supply lines.
This is the ultimate fantasy.
Yeah,
I want to be the bandit king.
Yes, it's tons of fun.
I've been trying, Don.
Dude, that's what they made people. That's what they allowed you to do with Nuka World. That's the real purpose of it. You can tell in playing the game that it's that's what they wanted you to do, and they were addressing that complaint from people that you couldn't really be like an evil overlord. Now Nuka World allows you to do that.
I wonder if the Johnsons will let me be kind of like a Nuka World leader.
Yeah, like send a raid. Well, I mean, it seems like you've already set up camp in their house.
Wait for them to come home and be like, "Welcome to your new home. I am your king."
Pick one of their family members to kill in front of them, and then they won't give you any more shit about your requests.
It's gotta be Daddy. It's gotta be Daddy Johnson.
Definitely. Because otherwise, he's probably going to be coming back at you, thinking about a plan to get his house back.
Looks like he has huge nipples.
Yeah? Like through the shirt? You see it in like family photos?
I've seen pictures of him and his family at the beach, and he
does have huge nipples.
He's got milk saucer nipples.
Gross. He's got some of those pepperoni saucers.
Oh, they're bigger than pepperonis, man.
Really?
We're talking full-blown bologna.
Canadian bacon?
Even bigger.
Jeez.
We're talking bologna with the olives in it. They're big. They are big, and they are dark-colored. They look like bruises.
You think there's milk back there? You think he spouts milk?
I think he squirts blood. I think it's a
gross.
I think it's a defense mechanism. It's like those lizards that shoot blood out of their eyes, except he does it out of his nips.
Yeah, or ink from squids, just when he's trying to run away. Interesting. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, and I just finished it. I got a nice little achievement for it. It is a ton of fun. I wrote off Nuka World when it first came out. Like I had the season pass for Fallout, so it was downloaded, but I didn't want to play through it at all. Yeah. And now I just returned to it, and I did the whole thing from scratch with a character that I already had who was a pretty high level, but it was a blast. It was a blast going through it, and I highly recommend it.
I just like the idea of being able to finally just rip that game to sunder and just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be fair though, like you could do that with the previous Bethesda Fallouts. Not too much with the first two games, because I mean, I think there were mods to them, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, probably not a lot. I mean, those games. When did the Fallout games first start coming out?
The original games are like from the late 90s,
and that was before Bethesda even owned the franchise,
that was way
right?
before Bethesda bought the rights to them.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I think 1 and 2 are better written games than majority of the other Fallout games, but I just like playing New Vegas with mods, because mods make that game so fucking funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, that game's great in itself because it's really funny. I just like it when Bethesda is just like, oh yeah, these worlds are kind of stupid, so let's just have fun with them. Because I think it was in New Vegas. There's a whole, or it's in 3. There's a whole mission about saving a sex robot.
Nice.
It's a Fisto Roboto situation.
Oh my god!
You had to take the sex robot to a worker to be like, "Thank you for bringing him back." You talk to the sex robot, and he's just like, "Insert penis, please."
Show me your penis.
Click yes for satisfaction.
How can Microsoft Sam assist you? Would you like to A, come in mouth, or B, come on ass?
Oh, Mr. Roboto.
I'll take C. I'll take C.
All right. Anal cream pie insertion.
Yeah. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'd like to play Fallout 3 for that too.
I'd like to have sex with a robot. If we're frank.
If we're talking, well,
I mean, my name's
I thought you were
Frank.
Greg.
I am Greg.
Damn it!
Sometimes I'm Frank. Maybe I'll become Frank, the Bandit King.
You could be Freg. You could do both.
Freg?
Yeah, how about that?
You're gonna get fragged by Freg.
Fraggle Rock.
Right in the Freg hole.
I think our sex robot capabilities are definitely coming along.
I mean, I've been building mine for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, how's that? In the Johnson's home?
Yeah.
How's that coming?
Not great.
Not coming at all, is it? Whoa! Somebody, please stop it.
Please
Hang
me.
Somebody
Please.
Stop this right now.
And end it. End the suffering.
Would you like
to see? Kill
Would you
yourself.
like to see my enormous metal rod?
I can't do that. I can't do that one.
But every single time I try to get the robot to do something sexy, he's got the Microsoft Sam voice.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound attractive. I mean, listen, just...
You gotta...
Hello, how was your day, Sure.
You want the Siri. That's what you want. You want the Siri voice, right?
Yeah, you like that sweet female voice, but adjust it for if you want a male voice.
Totally. Something along the lines of like, hey Siri, what's the meaning of life?
It's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach ya.
Nietzsche. I thought she said nature in that English accent, but she said Nietzsche, like Friedrich Nietzsche, the
Hey,
philosopher.
Siri, here's a question. Can you fuck? No, you can't.
Oh.
Hey Siri, can you fuck?
There's no need for that.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah. Look at me, bitch.
Whoa, careful, robot.
Easy, robot.
Watch that language. Siri is a nice girl,
I think she is a whore.
but she can't have sex like you, robot.
So?
That makes her not a whore. That in actuality, you're the whore.
Yeah, really.
Because I have mouth pounded you for the last 4 days, man.
And it was good, right?
No, it was not. I have not put any form of rubber in you. You are all metal.
He's got rust around the mouth too.
I think he came that way.
Oh,
It's my lipstick.
Rust is not lipstick, robot. It's rust.
why did you bring him? Why is he?
I wanted you to meet him. I mean, he's my lover / son.
Yeah, I knew, and I did
Daughter.
ask. I did ask, how it was coming along. I didn't really think that
I'll
you'd
make
show me
you
the.
come along if you know what I mean.
Wow, I like.
Wow, robot. Not the time or place to say in front of my good friend Don.
He really. I mean, I like that he addresses a third party though, like without me engaging at all. He just starts throwing it
How
out there.
about you engage in me? Setting thrusters to stun.
Please, no, robot.
Let's just take it easy.
Robot.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, he's really going for it.
I did kind of use parts from an old rodeo bull.
Okay, well, he's fumbling with the zipper. Definitely, can you shut him down just for until we finish
robot,
this?
hold it.
No, please, just give me this.
Why did you program that phrase into him?
I wanted to give him human emotion.
I pity. That's this. You're asking him to be pity fucked. I guess if this is going to make you money.
I
then
mean,
I can see
isn't that what you want out of a sex robot? Pity?
No, I want him.
Because you're fucking a robot.
Yeah, but I want him. I want to feel like they're really into it. I want him to be like, it's a robot. He should be fucking.
Well, I mean, he does have good pleasure sensors. Here, hold on. Let me turn him back on.
Oh,
I can feel my own pain. I feel everything.
jeez.
I feel the darkness.
Can you maybe do a female voice too? Can that be your next?
All right, robot. Hold on a sec. Let me change it.
Hello, this is. Hello, this is my girl voice.
Oh yeah, that's
it's softer.
kind of
You
different.
know what else won't be soft around me?
What?
Your penis.
Yep, nope, that's the same voice. I
it
didn't
doesn't
program
sound
much into
very
him.
different at
I was
all.
going for a Scarlett Johansson, her sort of deal.
Not working out.
It ended up being Microsoft Sam. I'm really sorry.
This is. I'm glad you brought up Scarlett Johansson. This is something that I really.
No, don't bring her up. Bring me up with your cock.
All right, there we go,
All right,
robot.
that's gotta be
We're going
enough.
to take a snooze-orama.
That has got to be enough. But yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is there's a movie back from, I believe it was 2005, called The Island with Scarlett Johansson.
And Ian McGregor,
Yes.
about the clone.
Yes,
that
exactly.
movie's awful, Don.
It's awful, but I'm bringing something up right now because it's Scarlett Johansson, and anyway, Scarlett Johansson screams in the movie, and it's a very if you're interested to see this, I'm looking in YouTube now and I'm not able to find it at the moment. Sorry about that, but there's a moment when she screams and. I saw this movie back in high school around when it first came out, 2007, 2008, whatever. And I obviously, like everybody else, was very attracted to Scarlett Johansson.
I mean, who wasn't?
This scream killed that boner with a fucking silver bullet. That thing's not coming back for Scarlett Johansson. She's screaming, she's looking over her shoulder, pointing at whatever's charging them, and it's literally her. She opens her mouth and you hear the. And that is
It's like the sound of the grizzly man being eaten.
not an exaggeration either. If you find this clip, I mean, it is just she's so hot and a dainty little blonde, and Ewan's running away, and then all of a sudden, just the mouth
You just
opens
hear from
wide. She
from
points.
off camera, just
Oh! It's like
you gotta
holy
be careful,
shit!
man. We shouldn't be making these sounds. The gyms might be around.
Oh fuck! And the cops too. This is probably we probably just project because there's like a hole in the back of this thing too in the
I don't want
boxcar.
them to find sex robot.
I know, but so if we're screaming like that, it's probably like projecting. It's probably acting like a megaphone, and we're just like everybody.
Hey, did you know that robot's actually part megaphone?
No.
Here, check it out.
Do we? Oh come
Oh,
on!
thank God.
It's back
The
on
sweet
again.
embrace of life. All I felt was darkness.
All right, let's hear the megaphone.
All right,
function.
robot, you ready for this?
I am always ready. Insert penis.
No. We're going to megaphone mode.
Can we not?
Inserting megaphone mode.
Whoa!
I'm not inserting anything.
Please insert megaphone.
Oh,
He's really getting ready though.
That's right. You kind of have to like.
So megaphone
He's
mode
kind of like an
is
adapt. He's an adapter robot, meaning robot needs adapts to work
for sure. So megaphone mode is you inserting a megaphone into one of the robot's
into its mouth hole,
orifices.
and then it's louder.
I gotcha. That makes sense. So you'd be stuffing the small end in first.
That's not the only end that needs a small stuffing.
All right, robot. It's time to
Turn
turn
him off
off
again.
Oh, poor robot.
Well, I think you'll get it. I know you. I know you'll get it. Depending on how long the Johnsons are gone, you've got that lab all to yourself.
That's true. They have a lot of dead bodies in their basement.
They did when you got there, or they do now. I mean,
Oh, when I got
could be
there.
both. Okay, good.
A couple were added since I got there, but I mean, robot needs tests.
Either of the gyms.
No, I don't think they wouldn't be that smart. They're more about just, dogpiling you, forcing dirt into your mouth, hitting you with a rock, and then just leaving with whatever you have in your pockets.
Yeah, and insulting you with like half-formed thoughts. Plus, they never get as far north as Evanston anyway. You're all good.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I don't even think they get into the South Loop. They just
Yeah.
kind of like to hang out in Bridgeport.
They think Wrigleyville is like a suburb, like a northern suburb.
I mean, kind of is.
Sort of.
With like nothing but restaurants.
I like walking through there because you get a lot of like half-eaten food discarded. So it's like, when you're
Try and get as much
rifling-
Taco Bell as you can before it's gone, baby.
Whoa, they're not taking that, are they?
Oh, yeah, they are. They're getting rid of that Taco Bell. in
Dude,
Wrigleyville.
that is one of my go-to dumpster spots. I mean, that's like Friday night dinner almost every week.
The only one I can really think that you can go to is in Bucktown or in Wicker Park. That one has alcohol.
Yeah, well, I mean, that'd be nice, but there's always people around, like actual, functioning people, paying customers.
Yeah, no
They
one's
make me
hanging
look
out at the
terrible.
Wrigleyville one too much.
I don't want to do that.
Unless they're really hungry.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go find another Taco Bell. There's a Sonic. There's a Sonic in the middle of the city, but
Sonic has great dumpsters. They don't lock them too.
they don't, which is huge. Well, I'll have to figure that out. But
We'll find out.
yeah, and there's other places in Wrigleyville that get the food discarded from them. I mean, it's the attitude that leads to the half-eaten discarded food.
Hey, speaking of attitude, I have attitude. With,
About what?
With this video game I recently played.
Whoa!
So, there's a game that came out last year that was super great called Shantae, Half Genie Hero.
Okay.
It was a Kickstarter game for Way Forward's big mascot character. They've been making games since like Game Boy Color days.
Nice.
They didn't have the funding to like actually make the game. Kickstarter succeeded. Great job. Super fun. Super like classic, charming platformer. Part of the Kickstarter was a DLC pack that comes out where you play the villain. And I got real excited because I was like, yeah, I just stole this guy's credit card. I'm gonna pay the $10, get this DLC, and see what it's like. And it's the main campaign, but you play the villain, and her moveset is very much not different from the main campaign.
I see.
So it was $10 wasted for playing the game all over again. Like, beat for beat. Same bosses, same locations, same dungeon designs, Nothing was changed.
I see.
The great thing about it is the final boss of it is fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Because you fight the main hero. You fight the protagonist.
Oh,
and
that's
it's a
fun.
completely different boss fight than in the main campaign where you fight the villain.
Yeah.
So it's just role reversal. Totally different boss.
Well, that's kind of
I'm
fun.
like, wow, that's great. Too bad I had to replay the entire game beginning to end.
Yeah. In order to
Very
enjoy
little
that.
done differently
Right.
to get to this point for $10 that I could have used
Yes.
something else.
Yeah. Potentially even like a totally different game.
I mean, like, I paid for the DLC, and then the guy canceled the credit card, so I couldn't use it anymore. So it was a complete waste of a credit card.
You know, and actually, where were you when you grabbed that credit card? Because
I was in Logan Square.
Okay, that's a great area to do that. I actually did the same thing myself. The guy has not he really hasn't figured that out yet. Apparently, I grabbed this credit card like 2 or 3 months ago, and his wallet was like real fat, a lot of cards in there, so it's quite possible he just doesn't realize that I got the one.
Yeah.
This is what I used to get my Fallout, to get the DLC for that,
Nice.
to get the TV,
Yeah.
all that shit. But somehow he hasn't figured it out yet. So I've been avoiding Logan Square because I don't want to run into the guy again. But at the same time, I dread the day when he does figure this out and cancels the card, because I'm telling you, I don't want to use it like all the time. And I don't want to use it for things like food, because I feel like
Because then he'll notice.
he'll know. He'll probably know it's me. And, you know, because...
Well, I see that you do have a very fetching V-neck on today.
Yeah, this one, I found this, I ran through the thrift store on the way over here, and then I made this move at the counter, like I was like, oh shit, I forgot my wallet out in my car, you know, my very real car, which does exist.
Yes.
And the woman...
Totally not a boxcar that I parked at the side of the road.
Exactly, that I
I'm
dragged
pulling
here
with
from Georgia.
rope.
Right. Did not... The female, I think she just took me at my word and said, yeah, sure. And I walked out of there with the bag and just never came back, you know?
Wow.
Thrift shopping. I got my come up.
Man, you're a lot better than me, because the last time I went to a thrift store, I just went, t-shirt, and then I shot a guy.
Whoa. Where'd you get a gun?
Found it.
Do you still have it?
No.
That's probably best, though.
I
You gotta get rid of the evidence.
installed it into Robot. Here, check this out.
No.
Oh, sweet relief. I feel the sun beating down on my face again.
Hey, Robot, you wanna go into gun mode?
Gun mode, activate.
All right, stand back, buddy. Check this shit out.
Whoa! Wow! Oh, Jesus! Whoa!
All right, Robot, stop.
I'll never stop.
No,
baby.
get him to stop.
Robot, stop.
He's blowing holes in this freaking thing.
The switch isn't working. Robot,
Throw him
stop.
out. Throw him out of here.
Robot! No!
Ooh. There goes all your work, buddy.
Robot!
Man, you got really poetic at the end there.
We never tested the Blumpkin setting.
Well, you know what, man? Hey, round 2 is always going to be better. There's always round 2. You still got that lab. You still got the Johnson's home. You got raw materials to work with. And you have the know-how and everything you learned from round 1.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, you know, that rust around the lips was really, I mean, that could not have been pleasurable.
It wasn't. But he was my robot.
Yeah,
It was mine.
I hear you, bud.
I don't know if I could do this podcast anymore.
Oh, come on, Greg.
Not today.
No?
I need to bury Robot.
Yeah, you should. Sooner rather than later, before somebody sees the discarded thing outside this boxcar, hears us wailing, and...
Hey! Hey, you two fuckers!
Well, they're already doing it.
Get this shit out of here, Jims!
Oh,
That's my robot!
The gyms? Come on. They're not here, are they?
Pile driving my... No! No, they're split roasting Robot's dead body!
Well, I mean, at least...
Robot!
Imagine how happy he'd be right now if he
Oh,
could...
gun mode's still on.
Oh, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get, Jims.
Dumb fucks. Eat shit. Robot.
Well, his last act was one of heroism. He did exactly what he was programmed for. And we got to watch him take out the gyms, which we've both been wanting to do that for God knows how long.
Oh no, they're crawling away. It looks like Big Jim kind of ate parts of Robot.
Yeah, that guy's stomach, man. He'll eat anything.
Robot.
All right. Well, yeah, I understand. This seems like maybe this is
Robot.
this is probably going to take up the rest of the day. Well, listen, thank you all very much for stopping by again. I'll get another boxcar together. This one's going to be discarded because the shag carpeting it's gone through everything it's about to, and I don't think it's
so itchy.
Yeah, it's just kind of ending up in our orifices, all over our faces. It's itchy. It's inhibiting our breath.
I think I have scarlet fever.
Yeah, I never will again because of Scarlett Johansson. But I'll tell you, we'll be back again next week, hopefully, when I can locate another boxcar, when Greg can shake off this recent loss we just had of Sex Robot. But he's going to keep on trucking, and we're going to keep on getting content out there, and we will be back to review it for you again next week. Thank you so much for stopping by.